Now, don't waste my time being indignant. Just answer my question. Where's the Phantom?
He was for the safari when I left.
Does he know the way to Zolas, too?
Sure. Tartar made him a present of the 7th key showing the exact location of this place. Probably the Phantom and Davidson are on their way now.
Morrison, you and Watson stand guard outside. Chris, take Scott and Rocco and look through the tunnels. Hurry up now.
Well, here's where we leave you.
Okay, if you see anybody outside, come in and get us. We'll be in the catacombs.
Now, look. I want to know what made you run out on the safari.
I wanted to be the first to see the treasure.
What you mean is that you figured to hide it before your friends could get here.
All right. Didn't want to be left out in the cold.
Well, you've got possibilities. Too bad you're not a mining engineer. That's what I really need. As it is, I'm afraid you know too much. Go on, get rid of them, Long.
Oh, wait. I may be of use to you.
You?
Yes. If you need an engineer, I may be able to help you find one.
Now, don't tell me
Professor Davidson's one.
Davidson?
Yes. He studied mining engineering to help him solve archaeological excavation problems.
Well, say, maybe we can talk business after all. Go on, sit down again, Baron. So Davidson studied engineering, huh?
Keep your eyes peeled out here. Watch that trail.
The Phantom. You're in the wrong territory, ain't you? Lift his guns.
Take care of the man who never dies.
Yeah, I'll say. Take a look at Watson. Come on, we'll get you into grammars.
Will Byron and Bremer now work together? Has Professor Davidson reached his goal at last? Don't miss The Lost City, the next action-packed episode of The Phantom, at this theater next week. reach the lost city of Zolos before any of the others, Byron sneaks away from the expedition in the dead of night. The Phantom picks up his trail, which leads directly into Dr. Bremer's hideout.
Now, don't waste my time being indignant. Just answer my question. Where's the Phantom?
He was for the safari when I left.
Does he know the way to Zolas, too?
Sure. Tartar made him a present of the 7th key showing the exact location of this place. Probably the Phantom and Davidson are on their way now.
Morrison, you and Watson stand guard outside. Chris, take Scott and Rocco and look through the tunnels. Hurry up now.
Well, here's where we leave you.
Okay, if you see anybody outside, come in and get us. We'll be in the catacombs.
Now, look. I want to know what made you run out on the safari.
I wanted to be the first to see the treasure.
What you mean is that you figured to hide it before your friends could get here.
All right. Didn't want to be left out in the cold.
Well, you've got possibilities. Too bad you're not a mining engineer. That's what I really need. As it is, I'm afraid you know too much. Go on, get rid of them, Long.
Wait. I may be of use to you.
You?
Yes. If you need an engineer, I may be able to help you find one.
Now, don't tell me
Professor Davidson's one.
Davidson?
Yes. He studied mining engineering to help him solve archaeological excavation problems.
Well, say, maybe we can talk business after all. Go on, sit down again, Byron. So Davidson studied engineering, huh?
Keep your eyes peeled out here. Watch that trail.
The Phantom.
You're in the wrong territory, ain't you? Lift his guns. Pull that lever!
Well, that ought to take care of the man who never dies.
Yeah, I'll say. Take a look at Watson.
Well, Watson's done for.
Give me a hand with Scott. Open that door. Put some slugs in the Phantom. It'll sink faster.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How do you like it down there?
He's got a slug in his chest. The Phantom drilled him.
The Phantom? And you let him get away?
We certainly didn't. Marston and I pushed him down that hidden cistern.
Get out there, quick.
Look out, you'll hit Marston.
Nice work, fella.
You take care of Marston. I'll get that dog.
What's all the shooting about?
Get back. The Phantom will drill you.
The Phantom.
Maybe he's run out of ammunition.
Let's close in on him.
Don't be a sap. You stay here and guard this tunnel.
Now remember, I'm expecting...
Hey, Doc. We sure got the Phantom in a pocket. He's trapped in that dead-end tunnel.
I thought he drowned in that old cistern.
He must have gotten out of that somehow, but he's a sure goner now.
I'll take your word for that when I see it. And anyway, how do I know he won't get away again?
Oh, relax, Doc. If he tries to get out, he runs smack into Long's gun barrel.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Now, Byron, the sooner you get Davidson and his niece into the catacombs, the better it's going to be for you.
Well, the safari can't be far away. I'll have him here before you know it.
Hey, Marson.
You sure you ain't taking a chance trusting that guy?
I am. Greed is stronger than fear in some people. Don't forget, Byron wants to get in on that treasure.
By the way, Doc, where is this buried treasure?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. We've been digging around here for a long time, and so far we've uncovered nothing but a bunch of mummies and skeletons.
I know that, and personally, I think the treasure's just in Byron's mind.
But why keep the professor and his niece around here?
Why? Davidson's a mining engineer as well as an archaeologist.
He is?
Yes, and I'm sure he'll be glad to help us professionally with our excavation, as long as we hold the girl.
That's what I call getting an expert chief.
Now, Morrison, I want you and Chris to act as a reception committee when Byron gets back here with Davidson and Miss Palmer. Treat them very nice. Show them all the sights and then lock them up in the catacombs.
But why keep Byron around here?
We'll disillusion him later. And get rid of Watson's body before Davidson and the girl get here.
The prodigal returns.
Professor, I want to tell you how sorry I am for deserting you the way I did. I'm glad the Phantom made me return.
Well, why didn't he come with you?
He's waiting for us there in the catacombs. Mokul, the Phantom says for you and the porters to camp here.
Moko understand. We may camp back in jungle. How? What?
I'll show you the way, Diana.
Here he comes with the old man and the girl.
Yeah. Byron is the kind that would double-cross his own mother, if you paid him for it.
Yeah. Come on.
Here's the main cavern. You know where that is?
Yeah.
And there's the tunnel leading off to the right. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Put your charge right there, just inside the passage to the gallery overlooking the catacombs. Well?
It worked out all right. Byron's got him on the way to the catacombs now.
Good. If you want me, I'll be with Drake in the gallery above the catacombs.
Well, what do you think of it, Professor?
It's amazing. See, Diana. Here is an influence strikingly similar to Mayon.
I suppose so. You know, there's something about this place that frightens me.
Nonsense, my dear. It's just the reaction from all the excitement.
I'm sure you'll feel quite differently as soon as you've seen the Phantom.
My. Maze of tunnels.
Where do we go now?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The catacombs are this way. Well, here we are.
Catacombs.
Only a very small portion of them, my dear.
It's awe-inspiring. Diana, come here and look at these hieroglyphics.
It's interesting, isn't it?
These are entirely different from either the Mayan or Egyptian.
Glad you're here.
Yes, I'm glad I found you, but...
This is even more interesting than I expected.
Yes, Professor, but we have to get out of here right away.
Why? What's the rush?
But after all the trouble that we've gone through to get
what
here...
about the treasure we came here to
Byron, there's a question I'd like to ask you.
Shut that door and bolt it.
It's certain we can't get out through this door.
Come on, Drake, hurry it up.
Hey, listen, with this kind of stuff, I'm taking my time.
What are we going to do?
I'll take a look up there. I might find a way out.
In the meantime, we'll take a look around here.
Places like these are usually honeycombed with tunnels. We might find one.
Take a look around there, Professor.
Tell them there's no way out up here. But I go back and tell them there's no way out up here.
Any exit up there?
No, I'm afraid not.
That door through the tunnel seems the only way out of here.
Then what are we going to do?
Well, nothing to do but wait and see what happens.
The Phantom's down there with the rest of them. How about letting me take a shot at him?
Certainly not. Let them all find out there's another exit up here. Hurry up with that charge.
I'm almost ready.
Well, we'll get out of here and let Drake finish his work. And make it good.
I'd like to see an ant crawl through here after the explosion.
By the way, how did you find your way here?
Byron showed us.
He said you were in the catacombs waiting for us, so we came with him.
That's a lie. I never saw him from the time he sneaked away until he came back with you now.
Talking about me won't help you any.
Put down that gun.
I'm working for a man now who isn't going to give all the Zola's treasure to a university. Get back there, you.
You're a fool as well as a traitor.
I tricked you into coming here. I stopped you just long enough so you couldn't get out through that door. And now I'm leaving by a tunnel which I told you wasn't there.
You're crazy, I tell you. The man you're working for will kill you as soon as he's finished using you.
Yes? I'd rather take my chances with him than with you.
Oh, no, my dear. The Phantom will take care of himself.
As Davidson lost out after all he went through, will Dr. Bremer and his gang of saboteurs now gain control of the jungle? You can't afford to miss Peace in the Jungle, the final episode of The Phantom, at this theater next week. Byron, the traitor, has lured the Davidson expedition into Bremer's trap in the catacombs of Zolos. The Phantom tries to rescue them.
The Phantom's down there with the rest of them. How about letting me take a shot at him?
Certainly not. Let them all find out there's another exit up here. Hurry up with that charge.
I'm almost ready.
We'll get out of here and let Drake finish his work. And make it good.
I'd like to see an ant crawl through here after the explosion.
By the way, how did you find your way here?
Byron showed us.
He said you were in the catacombs waiting for us, so we came with him.
That's a lie. I never saw him from the time he sneaked away until he came back with you now.
Talking about me won't help you any.
Put down that gun.
I'm working for a man now who isn't going to give all the Zolas treasure to a university. Get back there, you.
You're a fool as well as a traitor.
I tricked you into coming here. I stopped you just long enough so you couldn't get out through that door. And now I'm leaving by a tunnel which I told you wasn't there.
You're crazy, I tell you. The man you're working for will kill you as soon as he's finished using you.
Yes? I'd rather take my chances with him than with you.
No, my dear. The Phantom will take care of himself.
Take it easy now. You've been badly hurt.
Hi, fella. You all right, old boy?
Well, it's a wonder both of you weren't killed.
Byron, what happened to him?
I should never have let him come with us on this expedition.
This is no time to think about that now. Let's see what we can do for him. Completely blocked. Byron's done for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there any chance of us getting out of here?
Never give up hope, Professor. I never do. We'll try and find a way out of here somehow.
Well, I did a great job, Doc, even if I have to admit it myself.
Now, what's so marvelous about blowing up a tunnel?
Well, that isn't what I mean. Besides sealing up Davidson and the girl, I knocked off Byron and the Phantom.
Are you sure, or have you caught the disease called no more phantoms?
Oh, stop your clowning, Doc. Why, I saw those two guys buried under tons of rock and dirt they'll never dig themselves out of.
Oh, it's fine, Drake. I'd almost begun to believe that bunk myself about the Phantom being immortal.
What's our next move, Doc?
Well, we have to finish that airfield. But to do that, we need native labor.
Well, the Phantom's fixed it so the natives won't work for us.
That's right. But the new Phantom's going to change things.
The new Phantom?
Huh? I had this specially made for the occasion. See, I want the natives to be happy with their Phantom, but this time he's going to be my man. The Phantom's dead. Long live the Phantom. Go ahead, try it on, Chris.
Nice thinking, Doc.
Come in here and see what I discovered. Looks like the corner of an old chest. The explosion must have loosened this block. Let's see if we can get it out. The treasure chest.
Just our luck to find it and then not be able to get out of here with it.
It's empty. Wait a minute.
The mark of the Phantom.
One of my forefathers must have removed whatever treasure there was and left our seal as a receipt.
But why a receipt? The law permits those who find a treasure to keep it.
Yes, I know that. But I'm beginning to suspect that the Tonga treasure which has been put into my custody originally came from here.
That sounds reasonable. Maybe I can substantiate your theory when you show your treasure to me.
By the way, to whom does the treasure belong? You or the natives?
My father turned it over to me with the understanding, however, that I use it only to help the natives.
Speaking of the natives, I wish they were here to help us now.
Yes, so do I.
Well, how do I look?
You're his twin.
Here, try this on.
Hey, what about the Phantom's trademark?
What do you mean?
The ring, stupid.
Here you are. Catch.
Doc, you've done a wonderful job duplicating the outfit, but Chris's voice doesn't sound any more like the Phantom's, and a wolf sounds like a canary bird.
It's all right. I anticipated that difficulty. Rocca and Drake, I'm holding you responsible for Davidson and his niece. Feed them, but don't leave them out of the catacombs. Long, you and Martian come with Chris and me, and don't let yourselves be seen.
I can stand going without food, but I wish they'd give us some water.
And I wish that you had taken my advice and stayed at Tongo instead of disobeying me.
Don't say that. No matter what happens, I'm glad to be here with you. You still think you know a way to get us out of here, don't you?
I do. My plan depends entirely on someone coming down here to see what happened to us.
Do you mean they left us down here to die?
There's no doubt about it. In case someone should come down here, here's what we'll do.
Now, you both understand what I mean?
Hope they don't grumble about the grub.
And don't forget, be ready with your gun.
Out the door. I got my hands full.
Well, if we'd have known the Phantom was keeping you company, we'd have come sooner.
He's dead.
You don't have to tell me. I'm the one that killed him.
Then at least be decent enough to take the body out of here.
Yes. Get him out of here.
I'll carry him if somebody will help me sling him up.
All right, let's get out of here. Come on, fella. Come on, Devil. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
How bad are you hurt? Get the doc, quick. Bremer ain't coming back. Neither am I, if I can get out of this place. Help me. Help me. Oh, I ain't got time to be dragging you around through the jungle. You ain't gone through no jungle. Phantom, he come. Welcome, Dr. Bremer. Welcome back, Master.
Phantom not well, Moku. Throat very bad. I talk for him, you understand?
What happened, Phantom?
I was flying from Saipan in Thunderbird. My plane caught on fire and crashed in the jungle. The Phantom came there and saved me.
Master, very brave man.
He is indeed, Moku. To rescue me, he had to breathe flames, which burned his throat.
You fix him with white man medicine?
Oh, yes, yes. He'll be all right in a few days. But his voice might not sound quite the same at first.
Moko, very happy, Fan, to meet you again. Where is Devil and three friends?
Oh, he's with the professor and the others back at Zolas.
We wait here for them?
No, we start back for Tonga tonight. We get many warriors to help them with big diggings.
Can do easy. Suba call all tribes. Get plenty strong men. We go pretty quick.
It's fine, Moku.
Ciao, ciao, mahalo. Come on. Pick up.
Drums say Phantom call all chiefs of all tribes to Tonga. Last time Phantom called, Chota not go. Phantom come to Mala village and make trouble for Chota. This time Chota go to Tonga. Make trouble for Phantom. Call all warriors. We go. Mula mula kahula. Come, follow Toto.
Now I understand why Moku and the porters didn't wait for us.
Did the drums tell you that?
They say the Phantom is calling the chiefs of all tribes to Tonga for a council.
How could that be possible?
Very simple. Someone is convinced I'm dead and has taken my place.
But who could that be?
I'm certain it's the man who's behind all our troubles.
Well, then you must get to Tonga at once and assert your right.
Come, let's hurry.
You cannot see Phantom.
That's the third time you've told me that.
Master sick. Cannot talk. You saw Moku. He tell you why Phantom call chiefs.
Now, you seem to forget that the Phantom is my best friend, and I know he'll be glad to see me.
Master say cannot see Rusty now. We'll see after council.
He did, eh?
You wait here with the people. He see you after ceremony.
You bet he'll see me.
Well, I hope Bremer and Chris get away with this.
Here, put your mask on. Well, you certainly look authentic. Might as well get used to this. You're the Phantom from now on.
Master, the chief's very anxious for you to appear.
All right, Suba, I won't keep him any longer. Well, thanks a lot for everything. All right, Phantom, do your stuff. I'll be watching you.
Rudy, follow Tonga?
Wow.
Umbaganda Tonga. We're not very far from the village now. These men will take you there safely. You stay here, Devil. See you later.
Toma.
Chiefs of all the tribes, Suba has told you why the Phantom cannot speak to you today. Your leader's voice is in a state of temporary collapse. I am Dr. Bremer, speaking for your leader these words of wisdom. Listen to them well and obey the orders of the man who never dies. Your leader has just discovered the lost city of Zolas. He wants to rebuild that city, but he needs many warriors to help him clear the jungle.
Hey, this is where we came in.
Yeah, and this is where we're getting out. I don't think so. Come on, Reach. Out this way, both of you. Come on. All right, come on. Come on, get on your feet.
Chiefs, leaders, men of wisdom and knowledge, I've called you here to assure you once more that the peace of the jungle will be kept. I've destroyed all evil forces that have tried to create unrest among you. Their leader here lies defeated. He bears my mark in payment for his treachery. Suba. I want you to remember me always by this token from the Phantom's treasure.
I'll never forget you. But I'm not leaving here. I intend to stay on with Uncle while he continues his work at Zolos.
And don't you dare forget to drop in on Rusty whenever you visit Saipana.
It was a show that made TV history. B-A-T-M-A-N. And turned camp into cool.
To me, it was so enormously fresh and funny, I couldn't resist it.
It exploded onto the pop culture scene and transformed the dynamic duo of Adam West and Burt Ward into superstars overnight.
If I had a paper cup or something, I'd set it down. People would almost get into a fist fight trying to get that cup as a souvenir.
Its heroes stood for what was right.
Watch it, chum. Put us in safety.
Oh, sure.
And fought tirelessly against evil.
It was brilliantly written, brilliantly cast. It was perfect.
But on-set tensions sometimes plagued its caped co-stars.
Behind our masks, we're perfectly ordinary people.
And typecasting nearly ruined their careers.
Do you recognize me? Those guys looked at you like, oh no, you're typecast. After filming Batman, that's all you can do.
But what's the real story behind Batman's extraordinary roller coaster ride? Stay tuned. This is the Bat Time. This is the Bat Channel.
Nothing to lose.
Leads you to where you are today.
I believe in storytelling.
Gonna make you a star.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Since his creation in 1939 by artist and writer Bob Kane, the shadowy superhero Batman had been a fixture in comic books and movie serials. The alter ego of millionaire Bruce Wayne, Batman, with the help of his trusty sidekick Robin, kept the streets of Gotham City safe, fighting crime as a serious and righteous avenger. But in the mid-1960s, he would take on a whole new attitude. At that time, television networks CBS and NBC were dominating the ratings with family-oriented shows like The Munsters, Lost in Space, and Daniel Boone. In an effort to compete with its more successful rivals, struggling ABC approached 20th Century Fox and veteran producer William Dozier with a plan to create a series based on the Caped Crusader.
I bought a dozen of the comic books of various vintages. So I read all these things, and I thought, they must be out of their minds. You know, it was all so juvenile. And so then a very simple idea struck me, and that was to overdo it. And if you overdid it, I thought, it would be funny to adults. And yet it would be stimulating to kids, the daring do. But you had to appeal on both levels or you didn't have a chance.
Dozier then developed the pilot script with television writer Lorenzo Semple Jr. and began looking for actors, particularly those with a background in drama who also had natural comic timing.
It was a tough search because you've got to find an actor who is prepared to play Alice in Wonderland as though it were Hamlet.
An agent came in and he showed me an 8x10 of a guy with a surfboard. He said, "What do you think of this fella?" I said, "Who is he?" He said, "His name's Adam West."
Actor Adam West had been working steadily in Hollywood for 6 years, appearing in numerous television shows and feature films, mostly dramas and westerns. His only real stab at comedy had been opposite the Three Stooges in The Outlaws Is Coming. In 1960, he had captured a recurring role on the hit TV series The Detectives, starring Robert Taylor. But none of these parts tapped into his most remarkable quality, his gift for quirky, deadpan humor. In 1965, however, it was that comic flair, which he used to send up the current James Bond craze, that impressed William Dozier.
I see automation displaces labor in your organization too, Dr. Sloan.
Ah, Captain Q. Join me in a glass of delicious chocolate quick, won't you?
Thank you, Doctor. I could use some energy. Incidentally, one of those torpedoes you fired at me was circling, and you're sunk.
Toodaloo, Captain Q!
Some people will do anything to get rich quick. Toodaloo.
Initially, however, Adam had serious doubts about playing a cartoon-based character.
My agent called and said they want to see at Fox about doing Batman. I said, "You're kidding. I'm trying to have a serious career here. You know, get off my phone." And he said, "No, I think they've got some different ideas." I said, "Okay, I'll go see him."
In the meantime, Charles Fitzsimons continued interviewing younger actors, hoping to find the other half of the dynamic duo, Robin.
We were looking for a young kid, and my assistant, Charlie Fitzsimons, came into me one day and he said, "I think we may have found our boy."
Burton Jervis was a wannabe actor and college student who was selling real estate on weekends to help pay the bills.
Got an exhibition. What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm going to do a couple of throws and a couple of falls.
Falls. You're going to take the falls yourself?
Right, I'm going to do the falls first, and then I'm going to take the throws.
All right, let's see a couple of falls.
Burt was only 20 years old when he tried out for the role of Robin and Robin's earnest alter ego, Dick Grayson. It was his first audition as a professional.
That's a shoulder throw.
So I met Mr. Dozier, and he says, "You look just right, but the only problem is you're kind of big." I said, "Oh, sir, I promise you, I won't grow anymore." And he laughed, and he says, "I like that."
Dozier loved Burt's combination of enthusiasm, sincerity, and all-American good looks, and thought he would fit perfectly with Adam's straight-faced approach to Batman.
Look, between the lines. When is the time of a clock like the whistle of a train?
When it's 2 to 2. 2, 2, 2.
Right you are.
Holy caboose!
But the network insisted on seeing a second pair of actors, so the producers filmed one screen test with Adam and Burt and another with Lyle Wagner and Peter Dayel.
Look, between the lines. When is the time of a clock like the whistle of a train?
When it's 2 to 2. 2, 2, 2.
Right you are.
Holy caboose. Here's another one.
What has neither flesh, bone, nor nail, yet has 4 fingers and a thumb?
A glove.
Roger.
2, 2, 2. A glove.
It's an address. It must be an address.
I get it. 222 Glover Avenue.
You've done it, chum.
You've done it, chum.
After viewing both screen tests, ABC agreed to sign Adam West and Burton Jervis. But Burt decided that people wouldn't know how to pronounce his last name. so he changed it to Ward. With the dynamic duo in place, William Dozier quickly cast the supporting roles with veteran actors. Neil Hamilton as the concerned Commissioner Gordon, Stafford Repp as the Commissioner's right-hand man, Chief O'Hara, Alan Napier as the loyal butler Alfred, and Madge Blake as Bruce Wayne's doting Aunt Harriet. Dozier then turned his attention to the show's style. He decided to shoot in color, still relatively new to television.
The use of vibrant colors in the costumes, in the sets, I'm sure no one had touched anything like that before, because you had these incredible reds and greens. Even Batman had the bright blues and yellows. These were colors you would see ordinarily in a comic book, but I doubt anyone had translated them so literally to the TV screen before.
Dozier also planned to include many fun gadgets and props, and hired world-renowned car customizer George Barris to design and build a distinctive, definitive vehicle, the Batmobile.
In '65, I was contacted by Dozier. We're doing Batman. We got to have a Batmobile, but we don't want it to look like Bob Kane's 1937 Lincoln Zephyr with a cutout bat face on the front. We want something a little bit more modern. What can you do for us? I says, great, let me give you some ideas and some sketches.
The real car was a concept Lincoln Futura. I took this steel body and we reformed this dual cockpit car for Adam and Bert. I wanted to incorporate the Bat features into the automobile. That means that the Bat was part of the car. The top of the fenders where the headlights were the ears. The mouth was the grill. The nose was coming off the hood, and it had a chain slicer that come out. It was quite exciting. We got kind of a big thrill out of it.
But Dozier and his writers knew that however stylish and hip they made it, the success of Batman rested entirely on the audience getting its unique brand of humor. In the summer of 1965, they set out to capture that humor on film in the show's pilot episode.
There was one line in the pilot that was put in deliberately to set the tone of the humor. And that was when Batman walked into a nightclub in that ridiculous outfit.
Please, it's Batman!
And the maitre d' came up and said,
Ringside table, Batman?
Just look.